Do you guys remember last year when I made that challenge to all of the other farmers? And I said, I dare you to go out and drink from your animals' water troughs. Remember how mad people got at me? There were animal channels that were mad at me. And they were saying stuff like, well, animals are conditioned to drink out of stuff like this. Animals are conditioned to drink from ponds. Animals can handle stuff that humans can't handle. And I says, yeah, they can. They can handle it. But are you gonna make them do it? Just because they can handle it, you're gonna make them do it? I mean, think about it. Your body could probably handle some really nasty stuff. But you're gonna put yourself through that? You're gonna have your kids going through that? So no, that's like I said, higher standards, guys, higher standards. Not everybody is willing to put the work in, because that took me no more than 10 minutes, once a week, 10 minutes once a week. And that's, man, can't wait to get me a good drink out of this. Okay, are you guys ready? Remember, do not walk out to a water trough that's filthy and drink from it. That would be stupid. You would get yourself sick. However, the challenge is, go out and clean your water troughs. Scrub your water troughs using bleach and a scrub brush. Refill them, and then test yourself to drink from it. I'll do it. So the reason that Roman is eating out in the pasture today is because this is a special feed mix with dewormer. And I'm gonna watch him to make sure he gets all of it. I'm gonna also take off that silly halter. It doesn't belong to him and it's too small. Can I take that off of you? I also have it twisted wrong. I have it twisted so wrong, don't I? Can I take this off of you and you not fight me? Here we go. Good boy. You have to eat all of that, okay? I think he can taste there's something wrong with it. Darn it. So he weighs about, oh, look. Oh, so smart. He's not going to eat it. He knows. Darn it. Well, I don't know what to do then, because we tried to give him the kind that you just, the paste that you put right into his mouth, and he would not take it for anything. He kept resisting and resisting. I put it on muffins. He would not eat the muffins. So then I put it into the food, mixed it up real good, and I let Rita and Gemma eat in the stalls. I brought him over here, and he's doing the same thing. He just does not want it because he can tell there's something different about it. Boy, they're smart, aren't they? So the problem is, for such a large horse, he's 2,000 pounds. And so it requires so much. Maybe he'll end up eating some of that, maybe. And then if he doesn't eat this, even if Gemma or Rita come by and do eat it, guys, it's really, really impossible to overdose on dewormer. I think you all remember a horrible situation that I did, something just horrible that I did with the Longhorn. A couple of years back, I bought a different kind of dewormer, and I was supposed to measure it out per cow, and I ended up accidentally using a metric scale. Yeah, and what I thought I was putting a pound, I was putting a kilogram, which I believe a kilo is more than a pound. And so I ended up overdosing all of my cows on a cattle dewormer. But guess what? They all lived. Every one of them. All right, well, I hope he eats all of that. Rita is so jealous. Oh. Are you so jealous, Rita? You don't get enough loving, sweetie? Rita's like, no one ever loves me. How come Jimmy gets all the love from Lex and I don't get any love from Lex? Lex, how come you don't love Rita enough? Oh, baby. I'm going to let Jimmy back in here, okay? We're letting Jimmy back in here, okay? You're gonna have to move out of the way. All right, Lex, hold on, I'll help you. I'm gonna ask you guys to think long and hard about Gracie. She has been a little bit, her behavior's been off a little bit the last few days. So much so that I've noticed, and I bet that you guys have too. So everyone's out doing their thing tonight. I still have all the cows together. We're getting closer and closer to the day that we make the big move. But as of today, all the cows are still out with the bulls. But Gracie has been acting a little bit, just, she's always kind of off to herself. She's never the one she's not the life of the party. But I will say that lately she's been kind of doing things like she's doing right now for no apparent reason over there by herself. Danny, I'm sitting here talking about, hey Jenny, I'm filling up waters. Hey Calamity, Prince Willie Joe, don't mess with that water, okay? As you can see, somebody knocked the water hose out of the water trough. And now I have a mess. And I don't like having a mess, Prince Willie Joe. I like having dry barns. And I don't. It's because I walk off and leave these hoses and people come by and messing with them. Hello, you sweet thing. Now, I've just noticed that Gracie's a little bit off. She looking for a muffin? You looking for a muffin, ain't you? Well, I don't have any muffins, okay? I did not bring any muffins with me. So not sure what's going on with Gracie. Now, it's that time of night where everyone begins to kind of gather around. I did take the feed buggy out of here. You guys saw that on the video. And my goal is to get them wondering where their feed buggy's at. And then the day that I want to make the big move, I'll bring the feed buggy and kind of flaunt it around them. And then they will absolutely come a-running. And hopefully they'll run right up to that front pasture. And at that point, we will entrap the bulls if we can. If, and that is a big if. Jolene, please don't walk over here. I'm gonna keep these water troughs between she and I. Boy, I'll tell you what, look who's all about loving on her daddy. I'm not that bad. See, sweetie, can I touch your horns? She don't know about that yet. All right, Jolene, we're gonna switch over this water hose, okay? Oh, look, there's that black cat. Norma Jean's like, hold on 1 minute, who are you? Well, look who's come to visit. The only thing is, I don't want a close up and personal visit, Chuck. I love you, but I don't want to be up close and personal, okay? I'd rather keep these water troughs between he and I. So I'll be okay as long as no one else comes up behind me, like a Jolene or a Waylon or anybody else who I got the little bit of fear of. I'm not scared of you, sweetie. You're not going to help Chuck at all. You're not going to pin me into a corner, are you? She wouldn't do that, but he would. Lord, look at him. He's coming the other way now. Just get you a drink. He's like, I didn't come for water. I come for love. I come for love, Daddy. And love is what I get when I come for it. These particular water troughs have not been used in so long that it's not going to take a lot to kill any algae that may be caked onto the bottom. I'm just going to take some bleach spray and a brush, wet it down. Now they are dirty, don't get me wrong, they're dirty. They've been pushed around by Waylon so much. Have y'all ever gone to work for like a new company, and before they let you start work, they make you go through an orientation, right? And sometimes you find yourself sitting in the conference room having to watch videos of like the proper procedures to do this or to do that, or whatever the job you're applying for or you've been hired for, and then they make you take kind of a test. Have you ever had to take a test to prove that you're efficient, or you are, that's not the right word, proficient, that you're proficient in that area, right? Okay, I just had this crazy ass idea. I'm sitting here making this video, and I think to myself, you know what we should do? Since we have had just a hell of a time trying to find any decent farm help. Guys, I'm not saying any names, and I don't want you to, but I'm just gonna say that we cannot find proficient farm help. No one does it up to our standards. It doesn't matter how much you pay them. We've not found anybody to work up to our standards. And I don't think that we're setting the bar too high. We just have some expectations. But what I was trying to say is, I think it would be funny if next time we find somebody who wants to work, if I make them sit down and watch some videos. Make them watch this. Make them watch what we do to make sure that our water troughs are clean, that there's no... Is that asking too much for a farm channel? Is that asking too much for a farm job? You all know this. I've always said, it's not a secret. It's all part of the paperwork that you can all look up yourself. But we pay $25 an hour, which in my opinion is some damn good money. However, you can't find anybody who wants to work, even for $25 an hour, because they don't want to do this level of work. So what I'm saying is, if I was to make them sit and watch a video or two about what our expectations are, seriously, what our expectations are when it comes to something like water troughs. Make them watch how I get down on my hands and knees. Make them watch how I grab the bleach spray. Make them watch as I scrub and like get into every little nook and cranny. Make them watch as I rinse it out. And then make them take a test. Make them take a test. Now listen, all that could really do is prove that they know how to do it, but what do you do to make sure they actually do it? While I'm waiting for this water to fill, I want to thank you to the kind sender. It was an unnamed sender who sent these giant clips. She sent me 2 of them so that I could put them on my different watering systems, so as I can leave my hoses running, walk away for a little bit without my hoses falling out of the trough and going all over the ground. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. They work great for this. Okay, are you guys ready? Remember, do not walk out to a water trough that's filthy and drink from it. That would be stupid. You would get yourself sick. However, the challenge is, go out and clean your water troughs. Scrub your water troughs using bleach and a scrub brush. Refill them, and then test yourself to drink from it. I'll do it. Here goes nothing. Down the hatch, baby. Down the hatch. I'll do it again. That was fun. Now that is some good H2O.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
something like that.